for you, because he is coming.
But this time, something feels different. He's more dangerous. He killed my daughter. But tonight, I will kill him. Come and get me. Maybe the only way he can die is if I die too. It all ends now. You came here to kill me, so do it.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Horrorific-GayTV. It is October 14th, 2022. And as you can see in here, this is recapping from the trailer for Halloween Ends. And as of right now, I've seen the movie 3 times already. 3 times. And I'm actually going to see it a 4th time with friends later on this evening. I want to get some of their perspective as well. So this is going to be a part one and part 2 review. But for part 1, I wanted to point some stuff out real quick before I get ready for tonight's festivities. So I hope everybody is having a good time, getting ready for the weekend, and watch this movie, whether you like it, hate it, love it, comment below, give me your thoughts and opinions. For my opinion, for the first time when I did see it, first time I saw it, I went through a lot of emotions, like a lot. I went from confused, shock, surprise, anger, upset, partly unsatisfied, and underwhelmed. The opening, definitely different. I did hear some comments and some tweets from quote-unquote movie critics that the movie didn't really feel like a Halloween movie. It felt like it felt something different. It was a slasher, but it felt something different. From the beginning of the opening, I could see why they felt that way, because it really didn't feel like feel like at the time a Halloween movie. The opening didn't start off with Jamie or Allison. I will say that I'm not gonna spoil the movie. I want everybody to go see it and have their own opinion. So please there are no spoiler alerts here. However, I will say that the opening didn't start off with Lori or Allison. So it started off with Corey, and it gave us that backstory and POV of him. He is the focal point of this whole plot. It's not Lori, it's more of him, but it follows him and it leads its way to Lori and Allison. Like I said, there was some theories I had in my other videos about him and Allison being together. That is true. So what I thought from the first time seeing it, Yeah, I was okay, but I wasn't excited like I should have been. Like Halloween Kills, I love that movie. Was excited. I couldn't believe what I saw or what I was seeing from that movie that season. A lot of y'all hated it. I don't know why, but now I feel like y'all were with that movie. I'm kind of feeling with this movie from the first point of me watching for the first time. The second time, it got a little better. I did because I watched it again, like fully focused on watching it again, and I was missing some things. Some things were definitely nostalgic. There's one particular character, if y'all don't remember, from Halloween Kills, the opening scene with the little kids teasing Lonnie. That last name, don't fuck with the Mulaney's. There's a character in there, and he's part of that clan. And yeah, I liked how that transpired. Like I said, Corey's is the focal point, and of that story, of his story. You know, far as him being, you know, the trigger point for Michael to return. I did like his character. I wasn't on the board of them having a copycat killer, but I think it was definitely a new take, fresh new take on it. How they spin that off. Like I said, it gave me Halloween Curse of Michael Myers vibes. Like, you're cursed. Like, Michael's able to possess you. Or, you know, take over your body, your mind, everything. And you embody that. And I think Corey did embody Michael Myers at one point. The way he walked, the way he talked, the way he moved. The way he, quote unquote, killed. I really enjoyed that. It's not every day, or it's not every movies. Other franchises have done copycat killers before, particularly Friday the 13th, with the Tommy Jarvis timeline, and yeah, from that particular movie, I can something about Jason at that particular movie didn't give me Jason. So I think David Gordon Green and Corey, and the way they directed this was phenomenal. Because at one point, if you didn't know the actual plot, you would have thought that this is all Michael. And because that's how good that he was able to embody his whole spirit, his whole aura, his everything about him, about Michael. So that was very believable. I will commend that. That was definitely 100% surprising to me. There was a character from Halloween Kills that I really didn't think that she was alive. But she did. It was the lady, the older couple, Lori's neighbor. He killed the husband, but she ended up surviving with, you know, through the neck stab. Didn't know that. That particular scene, that when we noticed that she was alive, I didn't like that. That was very disrespectful how this town is now victim blaming and blaming Lori for all the events that happened 4 years ago. They trying to say that she provoked this dude that has brain damage. Like, brain damage? That is so far-fetched. But whatever. And now it resorted to all this. I'm like, how can you blame someone when they were trying to protect? They kept telling you guys that this is going to happen. He's going to escape, and it's going to be a repeat of itself. So y'all need to be fucking prepared. So for anybody, they should be fucking thankful that what she had was preparing for and what she did, y'all should be grateful because it could have been a lot more deaths. So I didn't that part of this scene. I was very upset about that. How the family, how people were treating not just Lori but also Allison, and how people were treating Corey. Corey is somehow being blamed for this kid's death. There was a death scene. Was it intentional? You would have to see and make that standpoint. Me personally, I don't think it was intentional. But they made him. The whole town just blamed him and ridiculed him and made him an outsider, and he was bullied and targeted so many times. Hence another reason why he crossed paths with Michael and somehow got possessed. I think for some reason, I think that's why Michael was drawn to him. There's a particular scene, like I'm not going to be spoiling anything, particular scene that Michael noticed Corey, and that's when the interaction comes in between those two. And then Corey is trying to figure out what is going on with him because he has this dark, bloodshot eyes and this immense strength. At first, when you first meet Corey, he's vulnerable, he's shy, he's reserved, he's to himself. It kind of gave me a reminder of Jamie before she got attacked in 1978. But yeah, there was some surprising stuff in there. There are some people that I really wanted to get killed, and they did. On a Corey standpoint, and even on the Jamie and Allison standpoint. However, my dislikes, there was not a chase scene. I've been wanting the chase scene so fucking bad. And I just never really gotten a real solid chase scene. I mean, Lindsay, she gave a half chase scene. And I really thought her or Allison would have gave me something of that nature this time around, but kind of fell short on that. Let's see. What I didn't like about the whole copycat thing, that it pretty much took over, Michael, quote unquote, between him and Corey. He didn't. How can I say this? There wasn't a lot of death scenes that Michael was involved. I just put it like that. Like I said, I'm trying not to spoil too much without giving too much, without saying too much, or just saying a little but not saying too much of the story. That was one of my dislikes about that. What else? Like I said, there was a lot of people that played their role very well that needed to be killed, and I understand why they were being killed. So, what I have, yeah, I don't know if I was the director, I don't think I would have used a copycat. I would have probably did one a different route. But this is David Gordon Green's vision. And we have to respect that, and I commend him for having his own vision and his own 3-part trilogy. And I'm sure it will, despite the negative reviews or the positive reviews, this is going to still knock out box office. And whether you hate it or like it, or you are in the middle, you don't know what you looked at, then keep watching it until you have your own scenario of what you think what was trying to be displayed on TV. However, this is only my first part of the review. I would like to get in more detail in my part 2 review of this movie. I will say this: the last 25 to 30 minutes were definitely my favorite parts, one of my favorite parts. Especially the movie, especially the ultimate fight scene. It gave me what I wanted. It gave me what I expected it to have to be. The ending of that epic fight, like I said, understood where David Gordon Green's vision was going. I'm going to respect that, and that's the end of his movie that he produced. And I like how they were able to close that chapter and look forward to the future. That was a great ending of that. Like I said, we'll go deeper with that as well when I do my breakdown video, and maybe a little bit more on the part 2 of the review. As far as death kills, I had somebody that said that the death kills were weak. So I'm inclined, I'm 50-50. There's one kill that I do think was top notch, and I'm not going to spoil that. We will talk about that later on. I'm going to give it a few days. But yeah, I was definitely in shock about that. That was out of nowhere. Some stuff that we saw in the trailer didn't plan out the way on TV, on the movie, and that's kind of bummer, because I would have loved to see how that would have looked like on the actual film. So I hate when they do that. But yeah, there was only about, so I kind of in agreement with my friend with the weak kills. He also said, and I know him because we are true Halloween Michael Myers crazy fanatics. Like I said, we wanted chase scenes, we wanted more stalking scenes. I just didn't get enough of that. So yeah, so pretty much that. I think I'm gonna leave it right here leave the rest for part 2. So I'm not gonna give it a rating yet, but I can give you an idea where my head is at. It's between a 5.5 to 7.5 review. But I will get more details in part 2, and then I will let you know my ending review or rating for this movie. However, I will tell you this. To me, it's not bad, but coming from a person who really loved Halloween Kills, and also thought that Halloween 2018 was kind of slow, and I didn't get the chase or the stalking up scenes in that movie as well. However, I did like that one, so I'm inclined to liking this one. Like I said, I've watched it 3 times already, and I'm gonna watch it again tonight with my friends, and I'll give you more details on the review on part 2. So like I said, as of right now, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. Could have been better. Yes, it could have been way better. It could have been a lot longer too, especially with more Michael involved. But it's not a bad movie, and if you're a real fan of this franchise, or just love Michael just in general, then I think you will appreciate, David Gordon Green's vision and some change. Change is always good, but just don't go too far fetched like Rob Zombie and Halloween 2. That fucking trash. I believe that trash and Halloween Resurrection are still the worst of this franchise. So if y'all think this shit was whack, and y'all like those bullshits, something is wrong with you motherfuckers, okay? But on a high note, I'm gonna get ready to go to the movie theater with my friends, and I'm gonna get their opinions and intakes, and I'm gonna add that all together with other people's comments and reviews, and cloud that out with my thoughts on part 2 of the review, and I will see you guys later. Also, stay tuned for the Beast review. I was finally able to watch that as well. Another Chucky review is coming out for episode 2. I have Dahmer episode 3, 4, and 5. Hopefully coming out this weekend. I know I'm very behind, but deal with me, bear with me, please. And I have some other stuff, other goodies coming out as well. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, comment below with your thoughts and opinions, and make sure that bell notification is on so you get the next update for the video. Follow me on Instagram, I love Horror84, and until then, enjoy your weekend, watch the movie, be respectful of your opinions, don't be like the rest of these goons up here trying to start arguments or whatever. Be nice, and happy Halloween. Thanks.